Here are 3 of the best restaurants I dined at in May that you should save for your next meal out. Mit ein deutscher recommendation at the end. Part 1. Number 1, King Kali, which is a Georgian restaurant on Charlotte Street. I fell in love with Georgian food on my year abroad in St. Petersburg, and so I went with my friend I studied Russian with at uni. We started with a broccoli pikali, which is a broccoli paste with walnuts, garlic and spices, and then a beef tongue kuchmachi in a brioche roll. Kuchmachi is like awful. Then we have these amazing pickled kimchi tomatoes and a baked aubergine with vanilla yogurt. That really irritates me when people use the word unique to describe unremarkable and ubiquitous food, but this is unique. It's like traditional Georgian food with a highbrow twist. Onto a very delicate hachapuri. This is usually a sturdy bread boat filled with cheese and sometimes egg, and if I'm ever on death row, I want 5 of these as my final meal. But we also did a wine pairing too, and winemaking is said to originate in Georgia and can be dated back to 8000 BC. They make it by burying clay pots containing grape juice in the ground to let it ferment for several months. Now onto the King Kali, the restaurant's namesake. These are twisted knobs of dough stuffed with meat or vegetables and spices, and there is no elegant way to eat them. The dumplings are usually filled with meat, which releases its juices as it cooks and creates this rich broth that's sealed inside the dough. And so like xiaolongbao, King Kali are best eaten by first biting into it and then sucking out the hot juices and then eating the filling. And the thick knot of dough at the top is traditionally left uneaten and placed on the plate as a way of keeping track of how many you've had. But they have a really nice texture, so I did eat one. We finished with the pumpkin tart at the chef's behest. We weren't really in the mood for it, but we ended up agreeing that this was the best course of the meal. Prices, etc. are in the caption. Number 2 is the River Cafe in Hammersmith. This is a more relaxed, cheaper, younger sibling of the River Cafe, which is next door, and it has a terrace adjacent to the Thames. The menu is just full of simple food made with great ingredients. Spicy rigatoni with pecorino, delicious. A plate of raw zucchini with pecorino and pine nuts, amazing. Italian salami with fennel, lush. The anchovies sprinkled with thyme were my favourite dish though. I sort of ambitiously said that this was the type of food I could imagine a friend of mine whipping up for an elegant Saturday lunch spread, to which my mother gave me a withering look and said, there's no way any of your friends could cook this well. So sorry friends, but Claudia has spoken. And thirdly, Katzenjammer by London Bridge, Wurst, Schnitzel, Currywurst. I apologise to my German followers because this is my first time visiting in all my time living in London, and I'll do a full review in another video. And actually, should that review be all in German? Let me know in the comments and follow for part 2.